Wonderful. Okay. Thank you all for arriving. It is so wonderful to see you all in the room with me, in the virtual room with me today. I'm going to do my best to monitor the chat as well as admit any folks that may be coming in a bit late today. So bear with me. I do want to make sure that everyone that wants to come can. That's a great question, Alexandra. So I do believe that, let's see, I do believe that we will give you access to this recording. Let me just verify it. Okay, when I hear the word, I'll let you all know. But my assumption is that yes, you will have. Oh, excellent. Yes, everyone will have access to this recording so that you can come back to it whenever you like. All right. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me and taking time out of whatever part of the day this is for you. I know that we have some folks tuning in from different time zones. So thank you so much for taking the time to join me. I wish that we had time for everyone to get a chance to introduce themselves, where they're tuning in from, and say hello. Unfortunately, we only have so much time for everything that we're going to be doing today. So feel free to touch into the chat. Feel free to introduce yourself, say where you're tuning in from, and say hello. So for this spatial yoga class, you're going to need a few things. I highly suggest having a glass of water. As we go through these practices, you may start to build up a thirst. Some of the things and exercises that we're going to be doing is going to stimulate our lymphatic system. The lymph nodes are kind of the master glandular system that helps with detoxification. And as you begin to detoxify, drinking water is going to be crucial. So may as well begin now. Definitely want to continue after this class is over throughout the next 24 hours. Also, please have some serum on hand or any kind of moisturizer or oil that you use on your face. Today, I'm going to be working with Dr. Elsa Youngman's Oat Power. This is a personal favorite. And additionally, not only will we be doing a practice that involves our face, but we're also going to be activating our neck and touching our chest as well. So if you would like to have a shirt that gives easier access to these areas, I invite you to do that now. Let's see, and I see a question. Yes, Maria Astorga. Feel free to unmute yourself if you like.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, it was a mistake.
Oh, no worries, all good. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Just a quick introduction so that you know who I am. My name is Idalina Vieira, and I'm based here in Portland, Oregon. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm a mindfulness and restorative practices counselor based here in Oregon. I also am a youth educator and Kundalini practitioner. So those are some of the origins and practices from which I'm coming from. And so appreciate you all coming in and trusting me to guide you through an hour of restorative facial yoga and a mindfulness practice, an opportunity for us to tend to ourselves, really become present in our bodies during a time when it can be so challenging to feel safe, to feel present, to feel whole in our bodies. And so mindfulness is a really amazing opportunity for that to happen. So I'm so grateful to get the opportunity to lead you to that place. Again, as I said, for those that are just arriving, having a glass of water, a shirt that allows for easy access to not only the face, but the neck and chest as well. Having a serum or oil on hand, as that will make the facial yoga exercises much easier to do because we're going to be using our fingers and hands on our face. Also, for that reason, it is really important to have clean hands. So if you like, feel free to take a moment to wash them. All right. So our facial yoga class is going to start with a mindfulness meditation that I'll lead us all through. And we're going to do some breath work and do a meditation called body scan. It's going to help us tune in to our sensation of just being alive, just coming into this present moment in our bodies and deepening our breath. It is so easy to move through our days forgetting to take deep breaths. I know for me, working in education, it can be so challenging to even remember to do that for myself. So I'm really grateful to get to practice these techniques along with you as I guide you. Next, we'll do about 40 minutes of various facial yoga exercises that will help us release and relax tension in our face and our neck and our chest. So much of our stress and our tension can be held in areas such as the jaw, in the forehead, in the neck. And so these exercises are a really great opportunity to not only stimulate circulation and bring blood flow to these areas, but also to just bring awareness into those areas that we hold tension and stress in our faces. And then we'll go ahead and end class with a brief mindfulness meditation to close the container that we create during the next hour and send us off into whatever may come next in our day, whether that is ending our day and flowing into relaxation or continuing on to the next task that may be at hand and just preparing us to do so with ease. So lastly, if there are any questions, comments, observations at any point during the class, please feel free to add them into the chat. I will do my best to monitor as the class flows, but I will definitely be answering any questions at the end of class as well. All right. So let's go ahead and prepare ourselves for coming into our bodies, becoming present of our breath, and settling into this moment. I invite you to find a comfortable seated position. If you prefer, you can lay down, closing down the eyes and just listening to the sound of my voice as I guide you through a mindfulness meditation, helping us find presence in our bodies, finding stillness, observing whatever may be coming up as we do, because so often the body communicates a vast array of emotion and insight that can be hard to tune into with our busy lives. So arrive into your body by coming to stillness in your seated position. I invite you to close down your eyes and tune your internal gaze to your breath. To begin, I want you to just become aware of your inhale and your exhale. It can be easy to bring judgment and project the shoulds of how your breath should look, how it should feel. Instead, I want you to just be the observer. Is your breath long and deep? Is it shallow and quick? Whatever it might be, I invite you to become curious about it and witness how it feels. how the expansion of your rib cage feels as you inhale fully, and how your abdomen feels as you exhale, contracting. We're going to begin with a few neck rolls, just helping release some tension that may be held in the neck before we begin to tune in. I invite you on your next inhale to lift your chin towards the ceiling, being mindful not to crank your head back too far, as the vertebrae in your neck are very tender. We want to treat them with care. Raising your chin slightly towards the ceiling on your inhale, and as you exhale, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder and rolling your head forward towards your chest. And continuing around, bringing your left ear to your left shoulder, raising your chin up towards the ceiling, and continuing to roll your neck in the same pattern, continuing to breathe as you do. And on your next inhale, as your chin comes towards the ceiling, I invite you to bring your left ear towards your left shoulder, rolling your head down towards your chest and around towards your right shoulder and back up. Continue this pattern 2 more times, breathing as you do. And on your next inhale, coming to stillness, continuing to turn that gaze inward to your breath, becoming aware of its quality. Next, I invite you to become aware of the points of contact that your body is being held by in your environment. Perhaps it's a chair or a couch or the floor. Whatever support your body has, become aware of the sensation here. Any pressure, becoming curious about any other sensations that may be arising as you're held by your environment. Next, bringing that awareness into the room, noticing the temperature of the air around your body, awakening your sense of smell, any smells that may be coming to you from whatever environment you're tuning in from. Noticing any ambient sounds that may be drifting in, either from your home or outside. And allowing these sensory systems to bring you here. Taking a deep breath in, beginning to expand your breath down into your belly. I invite you to bring your hand to your lower abdomen, experiencing the expansion as you breathe in and contraction as you breathe out. Breathing in through the nose, fully expanding your breath. And exhaling through your mouth. Again, one more inhale through your nose, feeling the oxygen coming into every cell of your body, and exhaling through the O of the mouth. And as you continue to deepen your breath, inhaling and exhaling, I want you to become aware of the bottoms of your feet, bringing that internal gaze down all the way into the soles of your feet, feeling any sensations, becoming curious about what those sensations are as you gaze down into the soles of your feet, noticing any points of contact, perhaps with the floor. If you're seated in an easy pose, perhaps with your thighs, depending on how your feet are placed. Just noticing any points of pressure. And then expanding beyond those points of pressure to feel into the entire sole of the foot. And as you feel the awakening of the aliveness in the soles of your feet, continuing to breathe deeply, sending that breath to this place. And on your next inhale, like a rising tide, begin to feel that sensation rising up your feet, through your toes, the tops of your feet, your heels, into your ankles. And as the water rises up through your ankles, into your calves, into your shins, and with each inhale, the awareness of the sensation of being in this part of your body continues to rise. And as it rises up, you become more curious about all of the sensations that may be coming to be as it comes up into your knees, into the back of your knees. Noticing any points of pain or feeling stuck, and sending the breath that much more deeply to these places. And as the sensation, as that water level continues to rise up through your thighs, the backs of your legs, rising up with each inhale and exhale, it comes up into your pelvic bowl, into your hips, into this pivot point that carries us through so much of our days. And allow that awareness to continue to circulate and swirl like an eddy here. Feeling into every part of your hips, every part of your lower abdomen, sending more depth of breath and awareness here as the water continues to rise up through your sacrum, through that lower back area, up into your spine, through your lower abdomen, through the navel point. The breath and the sensation continuing to rise up through the rib cage, up through the middle of your back. And as that breath sends that awareness up through your sternum, through your heart center, up through your scapula, through that upper part of your back, all the way up into your shoulders. Allow that breath and awareness to circulate here in your shoulders and run down through your arms. Continuing to breathe deeply as it comes down into your elbows, into your forearms, running down your arms, into your wrists, circulating here, taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allowing that awareness to run down into your hands, circulating through your palms, the backs of your hands, feeling into any sensations that you may be feeling in your skin, inside of your hands and your palms and your fingers and your fingertips. Taking a deep breath here. And as you exhale, allowing that awareness to come back up through your wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, into your shoulders, through your clavicle, up your trapezius muscles, into your throat. And imagine the waters swirling here at your throat, taking a deep inhale through the nose and lingering in this sensation, sending gratitude, sending breath here into our throat, into our voice, our seed with which we speak our truth in the world. And as that water level continues to rise up through the neck, the sides of the neck, up the spine, up those cervical vertebrae, up into the head, feeling the sensation of aliveness in your jaw, noticing any tension or stress that you may be holding here, and seeing if that breath can send a bit more ease, a bit more rest and relaxation as that awareness continues to rise through your cheeks, through your mouth, up into your cheekbones, into your nose, your ears, the back of your head. I invite you to soften your tongue down from your palate if you notice you're holding here, allowing some space in your mouth, creating some release in your jaw as that water level continues to rise through the eyes, through the brow, up into the forehead, all the way up through the forehead, the back of the head, and up into the crown of your head. Taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling all the way up, feeling the sensation of every cell of your body, receiving that oxygen, receiving that moment of awareness and presence. And pausing at the top. And when you're ready, as you exhale, allow that awareness and presence to run back down through your body, down through your head, face, jaw, neck, throat, down through your shoulders, arms, sternum, rib cage, heart center, down into your abdomen, spine, back, navel center. And as the water goes back out to sea, the sensation continues to flow down through your hips, pelvic bowl, down into your legs, down through your thighs, your knees, calves, shins, down into your ankles, feet, toes, arriving back where we began, in the soles of our feet, taking a deep inhale through the nose and pausing at the top. Again, feeling that sensation of presence in the body, feeling every cell receiving that oxygen, receiving your tender, loving kindness, receiving your presence. And as you're ready, exhaling and letting it all go down into the earth, down into the ground that carries us, that holds us, our foundation. And with your eyes still closed down, I invite you to bring a hand to your heart center and a hand to your belly, and taking an inhale through the nose, breathing in gratitude, breathing in love, breathing in a sense of security in this body, in this moment. And exhaling, letting it all go, Bringing your hands to a comfortable position, perhaps on your knees or on your thighs. Again, arriving into your environment, noticing the temperature of the room as it holds your body, noticing any ambient noises that may be coming to you from your home or outside. Noticing any smells that may be wafting into your space. And taking one more intentional inhale through the nose and exhale with an O through the mouth. I invite you to slowly arrive back into this virtual container. When you're ready, slowly opening your eyes with a soft gaze and coming back into this moment that we're sharing. All right, thank you so much for following along for that mindful moment. I invite you to bring your palms together, creating a bit of friction, rubbing them together, awakening those palms, awakening that fascia, that connective tissue that runs throughout our body underneath our skin. And slowly bringing your hands to stillness, we'll go ahead and begin our facial yoga portion of our class. Before we do, I invite you to take a sip of water. I don't know about you, but meditation usually builds up a thirst. So I'm going to go ahead and have some water as well. And when you're ready, go ahead and grab your serum or oil or moisturizer, whatever it is that you're using today. For each facial yoga class, we like to begin with what we call the serum ceremony. It brings intentionality into the process of applying the serum to the body. And so what I would like for you to do is go ahead and whatever it is that you're using, if it's an oil or a serum, place 3 to 5 drops into the palm of your hand. If you're using a moisturizer, go ahead and just use as much as you usually would to moisturize your face. And being mindful not to rub it in too much into your palms, go ahead and bring that serum down towards your fingertips so that your hands are ready to moisturize your face. And we're going to begin with the forehead. So I invite you to bring your fingertips to your forehead and peel starting from the middle outward along the brow line. Not only does this help apply the serum, but it also begins to bring release and circulation into the forehead. And next, using the palms of the hands, coming down the nose and across the cheeks, out towards the temples and down and around the jaw. Again, one more time, applying the serum down the cheeks, towards the chin, down the nose, perhaps some along the upper lip. And then after one more round, down the jaw, coming down into the neck, beginning on the left side, bringing that serum down the left side of your neck and down onto your chest. Depending on what time of day it is, this downward stroke can be really relaxing for the nervous system. And so at the end of the day, I like to apply my serum in this way to help calm my nervous system, to help remind my body that it is time to unplug and relax. And again, come over to the right side and do the same with medium to firm pressure, whatever is most comfortable here. All right, so now that our serum has been applied, we'll go ahead and begin with a facial yoga exercise called Awakening the Lymphatic System. This is, again, if you missed this earlier in class, this exercise is really great for stimulating the lymphatic system, specifically the nodes that are located in your neck and throat area. And this is really going to help with fluid drainage and that detoxification process that I had mentioned. So using your thumbs, we're going to begin at this soft part right below our ears, where our neck meets our jaw. And with light to medium pressure, you're going to begin to bring your thumbs towards your chin, keeping it just between the soft part underneath your jaw and that jaw line. Bringing it towards the chin with a couple of strokes here, using our thumbs, inhaling and exhaling as we do. And let's go ahead and do 2 more times here. 1 and 2. And then bringing our index and our thumbs together, we're going to begin to bring that circulation up into the jaw with medium to firm pressure here, coming towards the chin. 1 more time, and then reversing the direction, starting at the chin and coming out towards the ears. Sweeping out towards the ears as we inhale and exhale. And the amount of pressure that you use is totally up to you, whatever is feeling good. The suggestions that I give are always just a suggestion. You know best what your body needs. 1 more time, inhaling and exhaling. All right. And let's go ahead and move on to an exercise called jaw release. This is a really great opportunity to focus in on that stress and tension that so often is held in this area of our face. We are going to begin in the center, we're going to begin with our 2 knuckles, our middle and our index fingers in the center of our chin, and cupping on the outside of the jaw, both underneath in that soft section and on top, with a little bit of space to kind of cradle that jawbone. We're going to sweep out. So this is really similar to the lymphatic drainage exercise that we just did. And it's just going to continue to aid in helping with fluid drainage, helping with any inflammation that we may be having in this part of our face, and also simultaneously creating more of a release in the jaw. Let's go ahead and do it 1 more time, breathing in and exhaling here. Taking another deep breath in and letting it go through the O of the mouth. Next, we're going to do jaw pinch. So this is our last of our jaw exercises. Again, this is just another exercise that aids in releasing that tension. I am a huge fan of jaw exercises. I myself tend to hold a lot in these areas when I'm feeling tense and stressed. So we're going to use our index fingers and our thumbs. And beginning at the center, we're actually going to pinch with medium pressure. And again, whatever is most comfortable for you. We're going to pinch at the center in intervals, pinching outwards. And again, coming to the center, pinching in intervals along the jaw, out towards the ears. And let's go ahead and do this 4 more times, once more. Inhaling and exhaling 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. This exercise is also really great for stimulating circulation to this area. This next exercise is going to move up the face. This is a personal favorite of mine, actually. It's called cheek brush. It helps to bring relaxation to this under eye area. And I don't know about you, but anytime that I spend a lot of time on computers, I feel a lot of eye strain. And so if this resonates with you, this is a really great practice to bring into the rest of your day, your week, anytime you might be feeling some tension here. So we're going to use our index and middle fingers to brush with light pressure, beginning at the bridge of our nose on the outside near our eyes. With light to medium pressure, we're going to sweep out and down and out towards the temples along our cheekbones. And again, coming to the center, sweeping out and down towards the temples. And all of these exercises, as you go through, you may begin to notice heat building up in the skin. And if you can see your face, you may notice redness. And that redness is circulation coming into these areas of your face. And let's go ahead and do this 2 more times. Coming to the center at the bridge of the nose, sweeping out and down. And as you come out towards the temples, applying a bit more pressure. Once more. Taking a deep breath in and letting out through the O of the mouth. All right. And as we bring our exercises up into our forehead, we're going to do a great exercise called forehead split. And this really helps with, again, depending on where you hold your tension, perhaps some of you hold it in your forehead. This is a really great exercise for releasing and relaxation in this area. And similarly to how we applied our serum to our forehead, we're going to use our 4 tips of our fingers, coming to the center of the forehead, applying medium to medium firm pressure at the center of your forehead. You're going to bring those fingertips out along the forehead and out towards the hairline and the temple. Peeling that skin as you do, tracing the tops of your brow. Inhaling in the center and exhaling as you come out. And let's go ahead and do this 6 more times together. Inhaling in the center for 1. And exhaling as you come out. Inhaling again, 2. And exhaling. 3. 4. And 5. And one last time, inhaling deeply and exhaling, bringing your hands down, taking one more deep inhale and exhale, let it out through the O of the mouth. All right, we're going to move on to an exercise called third eye press. This is a great exercise for aiding in stimulation and circulation of the pituitary gland. So the pituitary gland, some of you may or may not know, is known as the master gland. It plays a key role in conducting the release of hormones throughout your entire glandular system. So this is a really important little gland in our head that helps regulate everything throughout our body, our skin, our organ health, our mood, our energy, and aids in physical regeneration. So it's a subtle exercise, but it can have a powerful effect when there's intention placed into it. So we're going to use our ring, middle, and index fingers on either hand. And we're going to take these 3 fingers and press it into the center, just above our brow, into this third eye point. And I invite you to press with medium pressure here. Feel free to close down your eyes and turn that internal gaze inward. And as you do, create a light tension by pulling down on this skin here with medium pressure, medium to firm pressure. Taking deep inhale and exhale. And continue to inhale and exhale here 6 times at your own pace. And as you breathe deeply, noticing anywhere else in the face that you can bring ease and relaxation. Perhaps it's again peeling that tongue off of the roof of your mouth, creating a bit of space between your upper and lower teeth, releasing any stress or tension you're holding in your jaw. And let's breathe in one more time. And as you exhale, releasing the hand, slowly opening the eyes and arriving back in the room. I realize that it's gotten really dark in this room. I apologize. When this class started, there was quite a bit of sunlight, but now the sun is setting. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to turn on the light so that you can see me a bit better. Go ahead and continue to breathe deeply, and I will be right back. All right, thank you for your patience. I wish that the light was a little less harsh, but we're doing what we can, so thanks for bearing with me. Our next exercise is called face sweep. This is really great for reducing muscle tension throughout the entire face. It's a really great closing exercise as we come to the end of our class before we do our mindfulness meditation. And it also helps with stimulating circulation in the skin throughout the face as well. We're going to use our whole hand for this exercise. So bring the fingers together as well as the thumbs. And we're going to bring the edge of our palms, this inner edge of the index fingers, to the forehead, to the center of the forehead, and then our thumbs are together and they cradle our nose on either side. And with medium pressure, you're going to begin to peel out along the forehead and along the cheekbone. Again, coming one more time to the center. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel free to close your eyes down here as you sweep that inner edge of your palm, inner edge of your index fingers and thumbs out towards your hairline. One more time here. And next, we're going to bring that joint in our finger and cradle it along our bottom lip and our thumb right in the center, bringing our index finger to the upper lip here and sweeping out along the jaw towards the temple and the ears. Again, coming to the center, sweeping out along the jaw, through the cheeks, applying whatever pressure feels most comfortable. Go ahead and come to the center one more time. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing the hands down. And since we have a bit more time, I am going to do one final exercise. This is called eye tapping. This is something that I actually do throughout my day. Oftentimes I don't have enough time to do a full facial yoga practice. And so if nothing else, this one is really great. It helps to stimulate the eye area, stimulate that release of tension and bring more circulation into that part of the face. So we're going to use the tips of our fingers, our index through our pinkies, and we're going to lightly tap, beginning above the brow, tapping with our fingers and sweeping back and forth from the center of the forehead, just above the brow, along the brow line to our temples, continuing to sweep back and forth here. Continuing to breathe deeply as we do. And if your fingers begin to get tired, this can be hard to sustain, feel free to just move to this sort of tapping, where the tips of your fingers are all coming down on that area at the same time. Whatever is most comfortable. This region of the face is also connected to the lymphatic system. And so anytime we can, stimulating detoxification is really great, especially in the face. So continuing to sweep one more time along the brow. And as you come out to the temple, begin to bring that light tapping down along the cheekbones and towards the bridge of your nose. One more time, sweeping in and out towards the temple and coming up along the brow, and then creating a crescent shape as we tap all the way around the eyes here. And inhaling on our last sweep. And as you exhale, I invite you to release your hands down, roll your shoulders, take any small micro movements that your body may be asking for. And for the last 10 minutes of our class, we're going to do one final guided meditation to close the container that we've created today, even though it's virtual, sealing our practice, coming back into our bodies, giving thanks and gratitude for just arriving. Whatever state you may be arriving in, you may have flowed through, it's all welcome here. It can be easy to come to these classes expecting the best, expecting fullness, but really what it's all about is just arriving and being authentically, feeling into anything that may be asked to be seen. Feel free to drink some water, find a comfortable position. For this last guided meditation, if you're able to, I invite you to lay down and come into a resting position. As we close class, I want you to soften your eyes and turn that gaze inward once again. And as you become curious of your breath, I also invite you to become curious of any differences you may be feeling in your body, in the quality of your breath, any differences that you may notice from when we began to this place of ending. And as your awareness continues to expand and your breath continues to expand, deepening your inhale, I invite you to bring your hand to your lower abdomen. to deepen that sensation of the inhale as your belly expands and the exhale as your belly contracts. I invite you again to notice any points of contact in your environment. Perhaps it's with your chair or the floor or a couch. Whatever in your environment is holding your body, bring your awareness to these places, noticing the sensation. And with your next inhale, again, coming into the soles of your feet with that internal gaze. And as we begin to scan our body, noticing and becoming curious about any changes in sensation as we bring our breath and awareness into the soles of our feet, circulating that present, oxygenating those cells. And as that water level rises, as that awareness comes up through your feet, through your ankles, noticing any places that may be asking for more breath, more softening. Allow that awareness to continue to rise up through your shins, calves, up into your knees, thighs, rising up like a wave, up into your pelvic bowl, into your hips. And allow that water to swirl here, sending that oxygen into this pivot point, into the place that carries us through so much of our day. And as that awareness continues to rise through the sacrum, lower abdomen, belly, through that navel center, through the lower back, all the way up into our rib cage, lungs, the middle of our back, through our spine, up into our sternum, in through our heart center, through our rib cage, all the way up into our shoulders, down our arms. Allow that awareness to flow down your arms, gliding down through your elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, into your palms. Take a deep inhale here, bringing that awareness and feeling it deeply in your palms, in your fingertips, pausing at the top, and when you're ready, exhaling through the O of the mouth, letting it go. And again, allowing that awareness to rise up through the hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders, up into our trapezius muscles, into the cervical vertebra, through the throat, deepening our inhale and exhale as it rises through the throat, neck, up into the jaw, back of the head, ears, mouth, nose, up into the cheekbones, eyes, into the brow, up through the head, forehead, inhaling all the way up into the crown of the head, taking another deep inhale when you're ready, and allowing that sensation of awareness, of aliveness to circulate and swirl here, and letting it all go through the O of the mouth. And as you do, bringing that awareness back down through the head, allowing the waters of awareness to circulate down through the body, going back out to sea as it flows down through the face, back of the head, throat, neck, down through the trapezius muscles, into the shoulders, upper arms, rib cage, heart center, through our sternum, through our solar plexus, the back of, through the upper back, through the spine, down into the lungs, into the navel center, down through the lower back, into the sternum, down through the lower abdomen, into the hips, pelvic bowl, down into the thighs, backs of the thighs, through the muscles, the bone, through the fascia, through the connective tissue, all the way down into the knees, backs of the knees. And as that sensation goes back out to sea, flowing down into the ankles, down into the feet. Taking a deep inhale here, exhaling through the O of the mouth as the sensation comes back to the soles of the feet and down into the earth, sending that gratitude, sending that presence and that love down into our foundation, into the earth beneath our feet that carries us. I invite you to breathe deeply here, noticing any and all sensations, sending gratitude into every ounce of your being, sending oxygen and love into every cell of your body, resonating with the simple fact that you arrived here, reminding your body that you are safe to be present, noticing any thoughts of what may come next or what has been, being curious about these thoughts and watching them float by like a leaf on a river and letting it go. Always coming back to the breath. And on your next inhale and exhale, I invite you to slowly open your eyes, arriving back in the space, bringing your palms together, rubbing them and creating friction and heat here, awakening the hands, breathing in all the way up and exhaling, allowing your hands to come to stillness. Thank you all so much for flowing with me and coming here and taking time out of your day for some mindfulness and some facial yoga. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to lead you all in these practices. Please feel free to stick around. I know that for some of you, you may, because we have come to 6 o'clock, if you have to go, please feel free. If you have any questions, I am happy to stick around for a few minutes to answer. So feel free to plug into the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you all. I hope whatever comes next in your day, you find some ease and presence. All right, so folks, as you can see, we have a very special 25% off discount code for you to use. The code is MERCY25. Please feel free to use that to buy any of Dr. Elsie Youngman's amazing products. I use both the Begin Again facial cleanser as well as the Oat Power moisturizing serum. It's been incredible for my skin. I wear an N95 for about 7 hours of my day, 5 days a week. And I don't know about you all, but if you're in the same boat as me, it can be so hard to tend to my skin and keep it clear and happy. considering how much it is trapped in that mask as I breathe, and it stays kind of humid and weird and compressed. It's a whole thing. So I highly recommend those two products. Those have been amazing for me. There are a few others as well. So please check it out. Oh, and great question. So there will be, I believe there will be an email that will be sent to you with the recording of this class that you can tune into anytime you're feeling called. Maybe you just want to do 5 minutes. Perhaps you're wanting to do the full hour, whatever you have time for. Know that there is no limit or minimum of how many moments you can take to do these practices. It can be as little as one exercise, or perhaps just a reminder to breathe deeply. But yes, I do believe that will be coming through your email for you. Excellent. Thank you for confirming that. It will also be on our blog. So if for whatever reason you don't receive that email, please check the blog as well on Dr. Elsie Youngman's website. Yes, happy to share which products are my favorite. So for today's class, I used the Oat Power Serum. This is the only moisturizer that I've found that I've actually needed. And as someone with combination skin, that feels like a rare miracle. I fluctuate between dryness and oily, and this has been an incredibly balancing product for me. And then for the cleanser, I use the Begin Again cleanser. It's really gentle. I have pretty sensitive skin, and it has not only cleared up mask-related acne, but it's just kind of helped reset, again, that combination skin tendency. So I highly recommend this. All right. Well, if no one else has any questions, again, I thank you so much. I hope the rest of your day finds ease. And I so appreciate all of you coming and taking time out of your day to be here. Oh, and Amanda, thank you for your question. Yes, absolutely. So the lymphatic system, it sounds like your lymphatic system is working hard. That is a really tough thing to be flowing through right now. Here in the Pacific Northwest, black mold is no joke. I've been in living situations where it's been present. So I feel for you deeply. Definitely any exercises that are going to stimulate your lymphatic system are going to be super helpful in just kind of helping maintain and continue that detoxification process. I'm really happy to hear that you're working with physicians and naturopaths. I think through that team, as well as some at-home practices. There's also some great yoga and breathing exercises that can further stimulate the lymphatic system. My Kundalini practices has been really helpful in helping reset my glandular system. A lot of what Kundalini is about the breath work. And I'm happy to put that in the chat for you. Let's see. Yeah, so if you go to KRI, it's just the letters KRI. If you Google that, it will bring you to their website, and they actually have a free online library of different exercises that you can do at home. And they have really great imagery to go along with the explanation so that you know what those exercises should look for. And the way that the library is broken down actually is you can search for things like lymphatic system, and it will give you a whole list of exercises, both breathing and physical exercises that help stimulate that system. So I highly recommend it. I've been doing Kundalini for about 12 years now. And as someone with a long history of autoimmunity and all of the other things that come along with that, Kundalini has been a really important part of my healing journey as well. So I hope that that's helpful. Good luck as you recover from that toxicity. Definitely feeling for you. Thank you all. All right, have a great evening. Excellent. Thank you.